Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. As today, we deal with the aftermath of our recent Dark Elf drama, since, of course, you know, those guys are literal gluttons for punishment. Obviously, I do recall there's a follow-up event. I don't recall how quickly it triggers, since I only ever did it once, but I am hoping they'll at least give us time to finish exploring the adjacent sector. Let's pop out and see. Oh, come on. Alright, fair enough. I have an urgent message from Dargonis, Lord Captain. Our astropads are receiving numerous transmissions. But no, these aren't ordinary messages. Each and every one is a plea for help. Dargonis is reporting a massive Xenos raid, and every mental image transmitted is wreathed in flame. The astropathic choirmaster is struggling to determine when exactly this invasion began, but all signs point to it happening shortly after your departure to the Cinerus Maleficum. Any delay condemns the world to even greater suffering. Your people are begging for immediate aid. Well, when you put it that way, we really probably shouldn't keep them waiting then. Man, I was really hoping we'd have time to wrap this third sector before we headed back, but they left it pretty nebulous as to exactly how long we have before there might be secondary consequences. So, you know what? We've got points to spare. Let's go ahead and set a direct course. And we will not reduce the danger rating. I think we still have some events in the queue, so those generally override random encounters. I mean, worst case scenario, free loot. Yes, okay, something's happening. Might still end up being combat, but, you know, we'll see. Ooh. Instead of admiring themselves, monks should direct their gaze to the world around them more often. It's a yearly Ed event. Yeah, I knew we still had one of those in the queue. Though I don't believe this was back in Alpha, so this will be fun. A defused explosive device created by inhuman hands and brought aboard the Von Valancius ship by Xenos raiders. Neat. Also, I absolutely hate that our trophy displays are asymmetrical. That will definitely not drive me completely insane. Hey, Juliet. What's up? Taking careful steps, almost without a sound, Juliet examines the study's interior, raising her brows in surprise and muttering something to herself in the Aeldari tongue. Juliet, this is a surprise. What brings you here? I had no idea this was your dwelling until I entered it. The Aeldari turns her emerald gaze on you. It seems she is completely unfazed by your sudden appearance. On my craft world, we all held to a simple custom. You may set your foot wherever your path requires. Sacred ground was the only exception to this rule. Is there something sacred in this room, Elentak? Juliet looks around the room. I do not think so. Charming. You know, I can never quite tell if you're just putting on an act or you really are this socially inept when it comes to anything outside of your immediate elf interest. Weird that you used to be a spy back on Janus when you seem to struggle so much with basic human concepts. Your complete lack of tact and subtlety has generally reassured me you have no nefarious intent, because if you did, I feel like we all would have noticed by now. But, just in case even the slimmest iota of concern ever crossed your mind, I don't mind you paying me a visit here. That's all I'm saying. Goodness knows, you certainly aren't the first of my companions to take that liberty. Also, I might ask you to join me in the bath sometime. Juliet tilts her head in confusion. Do I need permission to do so? The bathing? Generally, yes. But is your entire world contained within this tiny metal cage, Ellentak? Your ship, these chambers, they are but a speck of dust, an island, a temporary shelter in a world that is far bigger and more expansive than... Well, enough of that. Now that you are here, I wish to speak with you about our agreement. I have traveled through the Vale many times inside your steel-winged bird, and every time her voice torments me, trying to drive me mad. Juliet stares through you, unconsciously touching the spirit stone on her chest with a trembling hand. Her whispers fill my ears each time I enter the warp, inescapable and incessant, poisoning and inflaming every single emotion and thought, making them uncontrollable. I have learned to shut myself off, as best I can, just so that I might have the chance to search for what I have lost. We found everyone we could, Ellentak, and all of them were dead. Hopelessness and despair gleam in Juliet's eyes, and her voice breaks treacherously. But the thread of fate is broken, and I no longer know how to help my people. I failed to save anyone, and I failed to learn the truth about Kruderak's demise. I have lost my way, and I thought you were the only person on this entire ship who might understand. I was not wrong to think so, was I? For a moment, a sad smile flickers on Juliet's face, and her voice rings with agonizing doubt. No matter what, you tried to keep your promise, even if your species loves to stamp out any life forms they find undesirable. Oh, Juliet, I'm really trying to feel sympathetic here, but you keep sneaking in those elf-righteous jabs. Look, things rarely come easy in this grimdark universe of ours. If you persevere, you might eventually find what you want. If you give up, you definitely won't. What is this, Ellentak? Consolation? What do you... Juliet's words are interrupted by a strange sound, similar to a stifled sigh. Her gaze trained upon something past you. Turning around, you see what has caught her attention. An odd, unsightly shard of porous material, mounted on the wall like a trophy. An entire kaleidoscope of emotions plays across her face, changing too quickly to catch. She sighs once more, and then her feelings are concealed behind an impenetrable, impersonal mask. What is this, Monkey? Juliet's voice sounds unusually cold. The strange shard has been here since at least the day of your ascension to the rogue trader's throne. Looking closely, an odd thought nags at your mind. It may be disfigured and corroded by some unknown power, but it vaguely resembles wraithbone, a material crafted by the Eldari. Which does make sense. She had several Eldari artifacts in her secret study. Something Eldari, right? From Janus, no doubt. So, you do not even care enough to know what objects adorn your dwelling? Truly? Juliet lets out a thin, sorrowful sound, then cuts herself short, going as still as a statue. I mean, Juliet, I'm going to be 1,000,000% honest with you, I don't spend a lot of time in here. Enough. I have lingered here too long.
From now on, I will avoid entering places you would prefer to keep hidden from me. Okay, I mean, I never once suggested that you should, but whatever makes you happy. I am curious if any of those other options would have actually garnered a different result. I doubt it, though. They all seemed like they were pretty well queued up to provoke a negative reaction. Like, we passed the associated skill check, and we still came up with pretty nebulous results.
Hello, Talk.
Juliet? Just wanted to see if you were up for more talking, but apparently not. Fair enough. So, I guess we move on. Which has indeed gotten us where we need to be. Spot check on colonies. There's dirty bureaucracy. That's a quick +3 profit factor. As well as a new contract. And our usual assortment of renewable goods. That's 1.5 stacks of Mechanicus. As for the new contract... Wait. Oh. Huh. Okay, well, we already had both of these, so it did not, in fact, actually unlock anything new. Weird. And we don't have anywhere near enough surplus people to really justify doing either of those yet. So we'll hold off. And just focus on Dargonis. Which is currently blockaded by Drukhari ships. No real surprise there. Okay, here's our warm-up then. Let's get in there.
The stars will judge you.
Oh. Light cruiser, but see this? Okay, yeah, that's why that other fight felt so easy compared to what I remembered, because those guys didn't bother engaging their shadow cloaks. These guys seem to have come into the fight with them already up and running. Though back in Alpha, they were also still running with the really obnoxious version of the shadow cloaks. The one that made them completely untargetable until the shadow cloak dropped, which would only happen when they fired on you. Alright, let's go ahead and trim this guy on right. Oh, come on. So close. Oh, actually. Whoa, what is going on over here? Question mark? Okay, well, I mean, noted. We'll maybe just not fly into the question mark cloud. Hang in there, Sword 5. You got this.
Fate has provided an opening.
Okay, they didn't. Got this. Also, fighters on the field. Oh, speaking of which, I actually did remove our fighter bays on the ship. Apparently, when you use them, it disables your torpedo launcher, and I get a lot more use out of torpedoes than I do, or than I would, rather, out of fighters. It's a shame, because I would like to dabble with the fighters. I am not willing to give up our primary ordnance to do so. Though perhaps we'll still get an opportunity to try out the new flak cannons. I believe we have yet to do that. But since it's an automatic hit, this does seem like an ideal fight to test them out with. Once these guys have their shadow cloaks back up and running. That's number 2. Out. Shields to front. And hold. Cruiser on approach. Shadow field up. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay, weird. So I guess they have to cycle the bombers. Let's see if we can wrap this up. Oof, not great. That's more like it. And now the perfect opportunity to give them flak. Okay, so how do I... Do I... There we go.
Fade into nothing.
Yeah, the low damage makes them very limited use, but they do have their use. And we're good. Ooh, rank up. Nice. Plus assorted trophies and a Hecutor pattern plasma battery. Basically just sales fodder. As for a new rank, oh, we have new ones to choose from. Right, introduced by the Void Shadow DLC, no doubt. Okay, well then let's hold off on that for now. I'm going to have to actually familiarize myself with all that. We'll just stay focused on more grounded pursuits for now. Let's get in there. Hey, guys. Clementia, glad to see you made it. Orange, you glad to see me? This doesn't actually look all that bad. I mean, it doesn't look great, but could be a whole lot worse. Oh, plague sample. Yeah, that's probably fine. Clementia is looking a little disheveled, but her appearance otherwise remains unchanged. Her steely gaze and tightly pressed lips speak of perfect composure. Praise the throne, your lordship. You're here. Your subjects need you now more than ever. Dargonis has been hit by a mass Xenos attack. The fleet's resistance was broken in mere hours. Then the invaders commenced a planetary raid. The planetary defense forces were able to hold the inner perimeters of several cities. 2 of the attacks were stifled on the approaches to settlements. But the fights continue. Here as well in the Von Valancius Palace. That doesn't make any sense. Drukhari normally prioritize live capture. They had to know I wasn't here. Why would they waste resources attacking a mostly empty palace? Alas, I don't know the answer, your lordship. When the Xenos attacked the palace, they sent a force so great that the increased warden presence and the defense perimeter were wiped out in minutes. By the throne, whatever they're looking for in there, they've spared no troops to get their hands on it. I see. And tell me, where is Governor Drivestem in all this? Is he in there? No. The governor is currently protected within a well-fortified bunker, as are the heads of the other noble houses. Clementia grinds her teeth audibly. Still, each family has provided all available resources to the defense of Dargonis. Or rather, the defense of their respective regions. Right, yeah, that does track. Okay, I need data. What do we know about this attack? The attack began a few hours before dawn over the capital. They first attacked the fleet. We received boarding calls right before we lost communication with the crews. Their sacrifice wasn't for naught. The ground troops had the time to start mobilizing, and the civilians went on to organize the defenses. Several hive cities managed to hold their perimeters. Others sustained greater losses. And 2 cities were completely devastated. Our intelligence still knows nothing about the fates of millions of people. There is a high likelihood that we've lost them forever. Unfortunate, but not unexpected. I'll make these Xenos pay for every life they've claimed. Oh, what I wouldn't give to join the punitive expedition, your lordship. But my duty is to the welfare of this planet, not military operations. Clementia's voice grows sterner, and she practically spits out. This is my plea to you, rogue traitor. Make them rue the day that they decided to assault Dargonis. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously. 'Twould be rude not to. The PDF is in the process of exterminating the enemy forces on the planet. Extra batteries have been assigned to the assault on the palace, but without a strike force that could make it inside, we won't break their resistance. I have a feeling that the palace is the anchor point of the enemy's raid. Our Vox engineers are registering unknown signals coming from your residence to other areas on the planet. The scum must have set up a control center inside. We take out their command and will weaken their peripheral forces. Good to know. Thank you, Clementia. Enough talk. Let's rock. Clementia bows. With awe and gratitude, I transfer the command of the ground operation over to you, your lordship. The local troops are at your service. I beg of you, save Dargonis. Sounds like a plan. We have a transmission. Report from Squad 2. Come in, Lieutenant. Report it. Lieutenant, we do not read you. Repeat. What? Emperor, help them. Well, you tried. Good effort. Attack! For the Emperor and the rogue trader! Sure, yeah. Sounds great. I'm right behind you.
I always keep my options open.
Oh, a whole stack of holy. Don't mind if I do. What else have we got here? The box transmits the same repeating recording. Desperate calls for help, heart-rending cries, and the hysterical howling of a dying man. Useful. Your lordship, the Emperor is with us. Yeah, I suppose he could be around here somewhere.
I cannot believe it. In the entire history of the von Valancius Protectorate, there has never been an attack on the capital world.
Being the first and being the best are often one and the same, so my uncle taught me. Looking at the rogue trader now, I am not so certain.
Are you saying I'm not the best? Thanks for the vote of confidence, Gas. Anyway, let's get a gander at enemy positioning and make our approach. Which on right, plus a dark Eldar jet bike. Very edgy. And speaking of edge, we've got 4 more witches, 1 a gunslinger, and then yet another gunslinger on flank.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh, and another gunslinger. Plus their sergeant equivalent. Huh. It's actually kind of funny. So really, we're basically just up against a single bog standard witch squad. Using pretty standard Dark Elf tactics, too. You know, they were never really designed to go toe-to-toe. They were all about flanking and overrunning.
Xenos scum! You don't belong in this galaxy!
Do not plead for swift death!
We have 3 groups. A melee group in center, a range group on left flank, and a single straggler on right. We'll set Abby in center. He'll lock these guys down, keep them distracted. Which, of course, means we also need Cass backing him up, so he can get set immediately. We'll get Pask on left. He'll lock down the range support. And then Yurliet backing him up. Her traps will keep them from moving around too much. And then Kibbs tucked in close here. Within easy blade jump distance. And Valen on general range support. He'll just pick off easy targets. Let's get this done. Can't imagine these guys will put up much fight. Pask up first. Get past hack going. Having some issues with placement. Move up. Aha! Ooh, 7 stacks. Very nice.
Running binary override.
Get in the zone.
Messiah knows all, comprehends all.
Kill zone plus strong point. He just needs to hold out.
Request.
You will pay for this.
Hey, got a twofer. Nice. Cass up next. Let's get Abby set.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Just need to distract and brace.
I will do my duty.
Missed the one in front right. Barricade blocked it. Lockdown range option.
To you.
Oh, okay, well.
My soul hunger beckons.
Okay, yeah, I can work with that. Nearly at. Lockdown left. And start trimming. We'll go for the easy target, probably back left. Though, this might be a one hit. Nice. Yeah, that's the kill zone. Now we can trim the other one.
You are doomed. Onward.
Oh, that is a very bold move, my friend.
My faith.
Decent results, though. I mean,
I'll tear your heart out for this.
I certainly can't fault these guys for their bravery. Oh, jeez. Wow. Kibbs, buddy,
Your last stroke.
Weapon at the ready.
My goodness. Thankfully, Kibbles has like 100 plus health. All right, let's lay down some stuns. Oh, boo! Come on. Fine, we'll just prioritize this guy. Stun, please. Yep, that'll do.
Pain is
Hear you moving. No more.
I hope Yurliet got credit for that. Oh, for goodness sake, come on now.
Break them around.
you call this
Get to the heretics.
Alright, fair enough. I guess I did overextend Kibbs a bit. Or at least overestimated her parry. Took it like a champ, though. I will say, armor-wise, she's definitely on the weaker end. That's part of why I'm bumping up our Drusian rep. Also, I almost ended up going Aldari proficiency just so we could use those really nice parry swords with her. But I couldn't resist the allure of the extra Drukhari DOT.
I can taste my blood.
Let's get you on those 2 and back. That should be an easy recharge.
Trust me.
2 points left. Using that med kit threw us off a bit. Single target, then fall back.
The shadows will see it done.
That's fine. Bail.
You will pay for this in blood.
Yeah, she just really got kind of messed up by those opening shots. Kind of threw my plans there awry, but we adapt. We overcome. Drop this bozo. Though also get a second round of pass that going. 15 stacks, nice.
Woe to you.
Cass up next. Let's prop up Kibbles.
If I may.
And honestly, even if she did end up floundering on her assault a bit, she still, she did tank those hits on right. Kept our softer targets secured. That said, let's see if we can't up her body count a bit.
You are doomed. You will not withstand my vengeance.
Pull.
We are the bane of lesser creatures.
Oh, so close. Yeah, go ahead and finish. Oh, nice. Okay, well, Val.
Agony. What a pleasure.
Center squared. Which just leaves this hecka-tricksy bastard. These guys like pain, so let's give the hecka-trickser a treat.
If it serves your cause.
And clear. Slightly tricksy with the overextend on Kibbles, but otherwise not too bad. And honestly, again, she just completely tanked that. Anyone else definitely would have dropped after those hits, except for maybe Cass, I think. I think she's our only other character in the triple-digit health range. We did have to use a charge on a medkit, but I'm honestly not too fussed about that, because it turns out we can just do this. Pull the half-depleted one, and then trade it for full cargo value. Not, I suppose, that it really matters right now. They removed Mechanicus from the Pirates trade list. Thankfully, they do take Xenos. Though I will hold on to one of those blades until I can give it a proper look-see. Not the armor, though. Sadly, it does turn out that Drukhari proficiency does not give you proficiency with worn gear, only carried. So I can't imagine we'll have much use for that. The smell of burning and blood permeates the air around the desecrated chapel. Gross. Oh, interesting. This one inflicts bleeding damage instead of toxin. Yeah, we'll hold on to one of those too. At least temporarily. I feel like it's weaker than our current gear, but I do want to give it a proper side-by-side. Oh. Ah, so that's why they only had a single guy on their right flank. They were bait. Gentlemen? On we go. Sir? You good? The bloodied soldier lets out an incoherent moan, clutching its mangled face.
A trivial task.
You lean over the soldier and you spot the armed mine hidden under his body. Right, yes, that does make sense. Be free. The warden mutters words of thanks and holds out an object for you to take. Protector of the Faith. Two-handed power sword, requires conviction dogmatic. Very situational. Blind effect once per fight. Yeah, not great, but we'll take it. I mean, underwhelming special effect aside. It actually turns out Abby is iconoclast. Though perhaps that's simply because of the way we've influenced him. I suppose Kibbles could still use it, but... Oh. Okay, well. The question being, why? Why would you give her that? Blinding a demon for a single round once per battle is a bit myopic.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
A sacred machine possessed by an aerial warp spawn that predicts the future. An ingenious abomination. Such profane calculations are repugnant, but I cannot deny their sophistication. Impressive.
Are you speaking of what happened on Kiava Gamma, esteemed Magos? I have read of such things, but reading something and seeing it with one's own eyes are very different things.
True. Very true. The gates have been swept off their mighty hinges. most likely as a result of a direct hit from a powerful weapon. Oh, pushing it on time, but you know what? Let's go for one more. Hi, hey. Don't mind us. We're just passing through. Tazara, it's been a while. When Tazara notices you, her face contorts into a mask of rage. The Drukhari's lips stretch into a predatory grin that bears no trace of her former haughtiness, only the promise of pain. You, malformed monkey, putrid vermin, you will pay for every moment that I have spent on this pitiful planet. This is it, the true face of the Dark Ones. Her anger at you is so great that she has shed her mask and revealed the beast beneath. Little Asuriani, the monkey's obedient servant. Try to survive the future, and then the two of us will still have plenty of fun. The Drukhari licks her lips with her forked tongue. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about the future, Taz. The only way this ends is with your death. But if you cooperate, I'll at least make sure it's quick. No promises on pain. I will not stoop to explain myself to a monkey, let alone a worm like you. A swift death? I will teach you the true art of killing. One drop of blood, one moment of insufferable agony at a time. Tazara's shriek drops to a hiss. I suspected that you and the Trueborn Cur were working together. He did not make me and my sisters linger here on a whim. He had a reason. And that reason involves you, yes? Is that it? Tell me. Just nod so I can stand before the Archon and accuse him of treachery and compromising the raid. I'm sorry, are you talking about Marazai? You think that we're working together? Enough. Tazara bares her sharpened fangs. I will beat the truth out of your dead bodies. Yours and Marazai's. Sisters, attack! No, stop. Don't. Oh well, I tried. Let me just get a gander at the battlefield real quick. Cabalite warriors flanking a central group of witches. Flanked in turn by groups of thralls. Yeah, I think I see what we can do here. We'll toss Abby right up front. Grab the attention of the main group as per usual. In fact, we'll just go ahead and tuck him right up in there. His job will be to keep these guys busy, all the ones in front center. Which means we also need Cass right behind him, but not so close as to be exposed. So here. Warrior on our right does slightly concern me, but I think we'll be okay. Then Pask up top. We'll have him deal with this group. Yurliet and Val will just be on general range support. And then Kibbles. We need to be a bit more careful with her this time. She lost all her momentum last fight because she was immediately put on the defensive. And she is way down in the initiative order. So wherever we put her, we need to make sure she doesn't immediately draw fire before she gets a chance to start building up steam. Kind of wacky, honestly. She has the second highest agility in the group. Though I suppose Pask and Cass do kind of cheat with Grand Strat. You know what, we'll just tuck her over here. By the time she actually gets to go, the whole battlefield will have changed, so hopefully she can just hold out here until we see where everything ends up. Okie dokie. Here we go, Key. Pass up first. Pass tech, get in the zone. Should make short work of those thralls.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Nice. And hold. Cass up next. Let's get Abby set. We'll tuck him right in, grab their attention. Yeah, that works.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Hold tight, bud. And pull them in.
Your last stroke of luck.
Nice, nice, nice. Oh, goodness. Yowzers, I may have underestimated those Dark Elf mooks. Really just kind of chalked them up as fodder, though I suppose that's actually the thralls. But I had pegged the witches as being the real threat. As you saw, they chipped away at Abby a bit there, which is quite an accomplishment. He is generally resistant to most damage. So yes, we'll do some counter sniping here. Focus down their range support. Nice, nice. Oh, heavy and back. Didn't even notice that one. Val's up. Keep whittling. Those warriors are sturdier than I expected, too. Really would have put them in the, 60 to 80 wound range, but they're actually 100 plus. But nothing we can't handle. Target not stunned. Double down.
I'll make it happen.
Target out. Oh, savor the kill. We'll start whittling down to Zara. She's our big bad here. Oh, repeater must have triggered. Certainly can't complain about that.
You call this a strike? in blood.
You will pay for this.
Let's get to it. Out of my way.
Yes, please, cluster up. Okay, yeah. Fresh wound on Cass. Keep him locked down, bud. You're doing great.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Ow.
At your beck and call.
That's fine, just hang tight.
Let's make it quick.
And Kibbles, yes.
I will not die in dishonor.
Let's clear the left.
I shall not fail.
One out. Blade jump recharged. Yeah, keep it going.
As the tenant.
Woe to you.
And again. Oh, that one didn't recharge? Huh. Pretty sure we just killed the guy between the barricades, but okay. That's fine.
A work for a playcrafter. What a disgrace.
There we go. And now just dance away.
I will tear your heart out. This can't be over.
She can dance if she wants to. She can leave these fiends behind. Trap set.
If I must.
Having some trouble there. That would have sucked if we'd gotten hard locks because she was immobilized while passing through an occupied tile.
On the art of pain.
My vow is to serve.
You are doomed.
Yeah, we're all doomed. Just some sooner than others.
I feel
Target out.
foul breath.
Target out.
Refuse to bow.
Cast back up. Pull. Lovely. Lock down Taz. No, heavy.
Your last stroke of luck.
I'm sorry. What's the plan here? Huh. I mean, I'm guessing cutting themselves up like that is some sort of masochistic charge-up move, but that, I gotta say, that's a really bad move when Kibbles is on the field.
High momentum.
Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Heavy out. You suck. Alright, let's go ahead and start thinning these guys out.
Who, if not me?
I'll show you the real pain.
Sorry, guys. You're going every which way but loose.
I'll make it happen.
And down goes Taz.
Malice drives me.
I'm telling you, that is a vain effort. But again, whatever makes you happy. Just let it all out. Go with the flow.
Victory is imminent.
Yeah, at this point, it's really just mop up. Kibbles, you want to cut for time? Oh, fine. Well, I guess keep going?
You will not withstand my vengeance.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. This one will justify some heavier... Well, maybe not. They're already half dead. Ah, what the heck. No kill like overkill.
You will not withstand my vengeance. I won't let her devour me.
And dance away. This might actually be a slight issue.
Advancing.
Not because we're actually in danger, but because those bozos have parked themselves behind full cover, out of line of sight.
High momentum.
Your skill is lacking.
Your skill is lacking, she shouted as she exploded into giblets, painting the battlefield.
Another enemy chase.
Have you taken lightly? That just leaves the one.
High momentum.
They didn't make it. Oh, wow. Hey, level up. My goodness.
I have a nose for profit and the taste for adventure.
Okay, well, I was not expecting to hit another level up so quickly, but I'm certainly not complaining. Also, we'll go ahead and patch Cass real quick.
What is it?
Might as well. Then we'll toss the kit in cargo. Nice, nice. And let's have a look around. Really? Okay, well, fair. I'm just not used to the concept of actually interacting with things during combat. It just doesn't really come up much. Might have been nice, but wasn't really necessary. How about you guys? We have let you down, your lordship. Our savior, long live the rogue trader! I think they might have actually helped too if we had freed them mid-fight. Though really, I'd rather just see them survive, so I'm fine. Sanctic staff, no big deal. The bark of the tree is covered with thin streams of dark resin, similar to streaks of blood. Bloodthirster, which decreases the target's weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, toughness, and perception by 5 per hit. My goodness. You know what? Maybe, I mean, not the best fit for kibbles since we mostly have her running two-fisted, but that almost tempts me to give Abby Drukari proficiency. That would add some extra bite to his attacks of opportunity. Oh, and then we've got those heavies in back, right? Yeah. Assorted cargo. And I think that's pretty much it. Exterior cleared. Taz bedeviled. I think that does bring us to a pretty ideal place to call it. Ran slightly over my projected runtime, but that's fine. We are coming up on the end of Act 2. Nice to maintain momentum. That's it. We'll hit the pause button for now. I will take another pass on the exterior area, make sure we didn't miss anything. Figure out what we're doing with these level ups, and we will pick up here next time. As hopefully we can get out of this unmarred. See you then. Oh, and special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Eerie V23, Revenant, Alois, Dragon Matrix 7, Drakiith, EgonAlter, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Kazorm, Mark Giemza, Nathan Welch Jr., OverlordPherom, RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Tomasz Piątkowski, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, if you'd also like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Trust me, it does make a difference. Or you could even check out the PayPal, the Patreon, the Nexus GG, or the YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.
Impressive. I cannot deny their sophistication.